What's up, I'm Aidan, and these are the tears that I've cried from dealing with a self-build. Oh yes, it's stressful, so very stressful. My little pond here, it's been like that since this has been built, and it's been summer and it's still there. It's not going anywhere. So I've got an issue to deal with. Look. So this all relates to this wall and the foundation redesign, going from piles to a block and beam system, and giving free rein to my contractor, who allegedly is a specialist ground worker. Now I dug a little bit of that out because I needed to send pictures and information to a structural waterproofing company, because I wanted to basically know from their technical department what product I needed to use there in order to stop water coming through, basically, because behind here is the road and the bank comes up to about here, and then it goes down. The road's probably about there, so the building over here is lower down, and this is in a valley and the water wants to come this way. That is uphill. That is uphill. This is the wall concerned. Now this road, it does camber slightly that way into my neighbour's soakaway pond type thing, and there's a ditch there as well. But here there's kind of nothing in this way. This is all banked up. This wall was already held up previously, and it's been rebuilt as well at some point because it's fallen down. So originally I asked for the foundations to be redesigned, and that was on the basis that my neighbour took out their oak over there. So it was supposed to be piled foundations, which was going to cost so much money. It was all designed for that, waterproofing details added. Then I got changed to a trench fill and block and beam floor, and that meant that there was no waterproofing details. So when my main contractor went to do it, I then asked my architect how we needed to deal with that basically retaining wall. He sent me over details, which I'll flash up quickly now. Pause it if you want to see any of them. I sent them on to my main contractor, and because, let's just be honest, he couldn't use a computer or he couldn't read or anything like that, so he just ignored that and said that he knows what he's doing, he's just going to sort it out. So I got rid of him because I knew exactly, well, I knew he just didn't know what he was doing. He was an idiot, basically. But that meant I had to deal with the outside wall myself and tank it. I assumed I was just going to do the kind of thing that he was going to do. So I emailed this company. They've asked me all the details about how the build-up is, and they've then said to me, well, you can't have a retaining wall with a block and beam floor, because what will happen is if the floor below the block and beam is lower than the outside ground, you can't have that unless your site is specifically sloping or free draining. And whilst my site is sloping, the building's been built so it isn't sloping and the soil isn't free draining. So that's the reason why there is loads of water under here. So I explained to them, I've got no drainage in, I've got the roof on, I've got no gutters, I've got no land drains, got no French drains or anything, and they've said, well, it doesn't really matter because the ground underneath your building is lower, and therefore it's going to act like a bowl, and it's just going to keep water in there, and if you have like an issue with water, it's just going to flood. It'll push up the floor, all the block and beam, all the insulation, and everything will get fucked. So my main contractor thought I was going to bring this level of this ground all the way up to there, which would make inside even worse, and it'll be even more of a bowl for the water not to be able to escape or do anything whatsoever. So that company that I was speaking to, they sent me details of something which I kind of thought that what they was going to do, but I'll flash that up here now. You can see obviously what's there. They're talking about putting sumps or sump pumps inside, but the tanking system that they recommended, I said, look, that's in the wall. the wall's already built. I can't like deconstruct it. Is there not something I can go on the outside? And so they've sent me something else to go on the outside and the inside. But they've said, do you want us to send you details of recommended installers, because they've got insurance and they should be able to design it right. If anything ever goes wrong, it's going to be on them basically. So I don't really want to do that. So I've been quite stressed about this situation. I've lifted up these blocks. That is a lot higher. There is a little bit of water in there still as well. Not necessarily that bad, and it looks like it's just in this corner. So under here, it's just about 65 mil deep all the way through. So there's water at the edge, and there's a frog or a toad down there. Can you see that? I'll try and zoom in. So he's trapped, and I've just opened this up and he's come over. Do you reckon I should help him out? You alright, mate? Got him. Right, so you see that bottom block? That is all wet because the water's sitting against it. So I've pretty much been taken for a ride, didn't I? Because I didn't know any better. And I mean, this whole site, it was like a swimming pool when it was being built. So we knew that there was drainage issues. He knew that there was drainage issues. And yet he's built something that effectively can get flooded. So I've been racking my brains trying to resolve the situation, and from what I can see, the plan that should have been followed originally is this one. Now that one's got a French drain inside as well as outside, and the membrane obviously in the cavity wall, etc. But I can't do all of that. I can put French drains in there. What I'm thinking provisionally is this is a retaining wall there. Now if I remove the soil from that, then that will give me an opportunity to deal with any water that's coming down in this area here. So I need to drop this whole level down, which means knocking this whole wall down, which should have really come down in the first place when this was being built. So I'm going to take that wall down all the way down to the bottom. I'll have to get a structural engineer to design me a retaining wall so I can have that as a retaining wall there. This whole level will be dripped down, and then I'll put a land drain there and all the way down the other side of the building. Then I can put a waterproof layer just down there, the same as this drawing here. So it won't come up as far, and that one will work. But so with that land drain, then I need to think about the inside, because it's still lower down than the outside and it's still going to act like a bowl. Doesn't look as bad in this section here, and regardless, the water couldn't really get up that high, but if the water's got in there, it's got nowhere to go. It can't get out anywhere. So just provisionally in my head, what I'm thinking is I'll get underneath the floor and I'll drill through the bottom block right at the bottom, and then slide some like plastic pipes in, like 32 mil or something, every couple of meters, and then at least it will give you the opportunity to come out this side of the barn over here, so it can effectively flow all the way through if it gets too high. but that doesn't really resolve the issue over this side. Now I know it doesn't particularly help, I haven't got my gutters on or any drainage whatsoever, and that these lintels are open. That's where the soil pipe comes through, and there's one up there as well. But that doesn't stop, it doesn't negate the earth inside is lower, so that needs dealing with. If he genuinely knew what he was doing, he would have thought about this in the first place, and they should have put in land drains underneath the building to take out any water. But he's not done that, has he? So that's the only thing that I can think of doing, because obviously if I go for digging sumps and putting sump pumps in, that's obviously a nightmare with equipment, expense, electric as well, just everything's about it. It's just a bit more of a nightmare. It is and it isn't, but I'm thinking probably the best thing to do at this moment, if you've got any ideas, then shout them over. I'm going to lift up all of these blocks in here, and then I think I'm going to I'll slope in like gullies, if you like, from the outside into the centre, and then I'll put a land drain all the way through in the centre up to here, so I end up on that side. I'll dig a big hole here, and then I can get down, and then I'll core through the foundation over to the other side, dig the other side down. This side would need to be about, I think it's 200 to 300 mil lower than the end of the pipe up there, and then I've got a gradual downhill, putting a land drain, and then I can trench it all the way over there out to where my drainage is, because that goes out to the ditch. I think that's the solution. Is that I know, I'm sure, like obviously once my gutter's on and I do all like other stuff like land drains outside, there probably won't be a chance of that much water going in there. But if there's water in there at the moment, it can't go anywhere. If any water ever gets in there, it can't go anywhere from there on in. So I'm just going to end up with like stagnant water underneath the building, which is bound to cause issues with like mold or like stagnant water, just the smell. I don't know, am I overreacting? Like, I'm sure he would have just bodged it, but I just can't see, like, even that professional company said, well, that's not right. I don't really want to pay someone to come in and sort it out, because I kind of know what I need to do. Like, surely that's just my logic at the moment. That's what I think I need to do. I had a chat with Dan on the phone. I said, when are you coming over? Because I need to speak to you, kind of thing. And he said, well, he rang me. He said, right, what's happening? He said, because it's not usual for you to say, when are you coming over? So I explained to him, and he said straight away about that wall. Just knocking that wall down and making that one the proper retaining wall. It is retaining at the moment, but obviously it bodged. But it still doesn't solve the other issues. So yeah, what would you do? What would you do? Anyway, this is obviously still to be concluded, and if you haven't already subscribed, then push the subscription button, because you're gonna want to find out what happens and how I resolve it in the end, how much of a nightmare it is, and how many more tears am I going to cry through the stress of it. If you haven't already, give us a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later. No, I dug a little bit of that out because I needed some. Oh, fucker.